Hey everybody, it's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel, coming back at you with another fragrance review. More fragrances, more colognes, more smelly things. Yes, we're at it again. Today we got Midnight Moss at Old St. Mary's from Possets or Possets Fragrances. A very interesting brand, very interesting fragrances. Again, if you're into indie, if you want something a little bit different, this is a good brand to look into. Now, this brand is definitely going to pull up some memories. Before I jump into the smell, I want to say that this is going to be very nostalgic for some people. And I think that this one, even though it's not hard to wear, I think it's only going to appeal to a smaller crowd of people. Because I think that this one is just going to be nostalgic for so many people. It's called Midnight Moss at Old St. Mary's. So it's a little bit of like a dark take on like maybe the smells that you would encounter at Moss. You would smell wine like at a Catholic Moss. You would smell, maybe some bread-like smells and clothes and pews. It's midnight, so all the people are gone, so you don't really smell, any of the people. You smell more of the pews. You smell more of the wood. You smell a little bit more of the moisture in the air, the dark pews, a little bit of dustiness. Instead of fresh incense, the cloudy incense that they use at Moss, maybe it's a little bit of the remnants, maybe just like an old, maybe some dry incense. There is wine, but the wine is certainly maybe kind of old. Maybe it's a little bit of leaked wine that somebody spilled. The wine doesn't dominate the composition, but you certainly will notice it off the top. It's a very beautiful boozy grape smell, very well done. And again, this fragrance is mostly a sweet, boozy fragrance with that wine and mostly the pews and the wood. But there is interesting incense nuances. There's a very interesting darkness, and there's like a dampness to this fragrance. To me, this fragrance definitely does lean on the side of having a little bit of weight to it from almost, like a wetness or a dampness. Kind of like the feel or the tone of the fragrance. Has a little bit of weight to it. So that's a very interesting. It's a very interesting fragrance for certain. I don't feel like this fragrance might not be as complex as some of the other ones, but the few notes that are in this fragrance scream interesting. They scream artistic. They scream very, very different, very unique. If you were to wear this fragrance, I think you would smell very, very different. Again, I think that this is going to appeal to somebody who maybe loves the smell of moss, somebody who maybe is Catholic, who wants to capture that smell. I think it does a very good job. And I also think that this is going to appeal to people who maybe like those dark, maybe sweet fragrances with like plum and dark woods. And maybe for somebody who likes, maybe they're more gothic. Maybe they're a little bit more on the dark side of things in their life, and those kinds of activities that maybe happen at midnight. I think that this is a good fragrance for them as well. It's a very interesting combination, very interesting fragrance. On my skin, this is a pretty good performer for sure. I got 8 hours or maybe 9 hours consistently. The booziness on the top does last a good long while. It didn't go away as fast as I thought it would. Boozy notes tend to not last particularly long in fragrances. So you might want to experience this one yourself if you like darker fragrances with some sweetness. I wouldn't say that this is gourmand. I wouldn't even say it's a semi-gourmand. But if you do like, things that are a little bit boozy, and maybe you like things that have a little bit of sweetness to them, and you do like darker, more seductive fragrances, this one might be for you. Compliment factor wise, this one didn't get me a lot of compliments. Honestly, I feel like this is a nighttime activity fragrance. I feel like this fragrance screams to me nighttime. It's midnight at Moss at Old St. Mary's. It's supposed to be worn deeper into the night, maybe 6 p.m. or later, maybe just at midnight. I didn't feel comfortable with wearing this at the day, and I usually don't do anything wild, at night or nefarious. So this fragrance, I just didn't wear it too often to get compliments or encounter people who wanted to give me compliments, but I think that this would do very well. For those people, again, who love sweet, woody scents, gothic scents, or maybe who just love, want to remember moss. I think that this would be beautiful. Very nice fragrance, very nice creation. Um, and my final thoughts with the price is what else do I have to say? Again, this is around the $35 range for 10 mils. They do have bigger sizes, and you can buy samples. I do recommend the 10 mils. I think that'll really last you for a long time, and it's a good value for money. My final thoughts are, again, this fragrance isn't going to be for everybody, but for those who like this smell and enjoy this fragrance, I think that you'll be coming back again for this fragrance over and over and over. I do appreciate the smell. I think it's a very well done fragrance. I just don't find myself personally wearing this fragrance too much. I think it's for me personally, I think it's more on the gothic side of things, and it just doesn't appeal with my personality too much. But it's a great creation. It's a nice fragrance. So let me know if this sounds interesting to you down below. Let me know what you think about this fragrance. Do you like how this fragrance sounds? Do you like sweet woody fragrances? What's your style? Let me know in the comments section down below. Do you like indie fragrances? Have you tried this brand? Have you tried this fragrance? I would love to know what you think about this fragrance. And while you're at it, of course, give me a good old like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, tell a friend. And, when you hit the notification bell, please hit all notifications. YouTube is very funny. If you just subscribe, you're not going to get notified. And if you just hit the notification bell, you'll get some notifications. You won't get all of them. So if you love my channel, if you love my content, please hit all notifications. So anyways, my friends, I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one. This is a very interesting fragrance indeed. I'll see y'all next time, my friends. Peace out. Wear what you love. Rock what you got. And I'll see ya. And bye.